Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. It's located on the northeast spawn of Westfield and it's under command of General Disturbance, and it's another entry, another runner-up entry in the Arty Day Competition. And well, this was a rather unusual battle, and I think you'll understand that once you watch it. In fact, actually, it was quite amazing. It starts conventionally enough, but it doesn't stay that way. Now, I did think that I'd actually got through all of my replays at the lower tiers, but I did put a few in at higher tiers. Now, I'm now aiming towards the enemy up in the northwest quadrant, waiting for the enemy heavies to come into sight. Okay, I'm loaded. I've got a 8-inch howitzer, 1050 alpha, and a 33-second reload because I'm using Coca-Cola. And we've got a lure. I've marked the target, lined him up, rounds out for the rear of his vehicle. Oh, big hit! 469. He's pulling back. Right, TS5, that new premium tank destroyer, which is actually quite good. And surprising that Wargaming put a good tank on a marathon because, well, I know they want to get people to play a lot to get it, but this was actually quite a decent little tank destroyer. Very much like the T28. Okay, I'm loaded. Work out where he's going. Stationary, rounds out. Oh, it fell short. A long way short, but it did stun him. Now, with 3 tanks down on the enemy at the moment, we're not doing too well. We lost the Noobs, our wheelie, in fact both wheelies. Oh, we've been spotted, and yes, it's an enemy tank. Batch at 12 ton, and I got seen. I knocked a tree down as well when I moved. And there's the enemy Arty trying to kill me. Yeah, I need to get out of here quick. Change position. Well, that early intruder, the batch at 12 ton, he's wiped out. But they know where I am, or know which part of the map I'm hiding in. Okay, going back to Heavy Alley, we've got a Super Conk. And just behind him, there was another tank. I fire the round in. Unfortunately, that one goes well to one side. I'm not happy with this position. I'm going to relocate back further to the north. Okay, this bush looks good enough, this tree. That's better. Right up against the edge of the map. Now, the reason I wasn't comfortable was because the enemy does have a wheelie nearby, an EBR. And I don't really want to meet that EBR 90. I'm loaded. Going for the Super Conk. Rounds out and it lands just behind him and splashes him for 104. Okay, there's the lever I hit earlier in the game. Just waiting for the reload to come in. Scores are now fairly even. We're 1 tank down on the enemy. We were equal with the enemy at one point, but I think that came about because the enemy light tanks were a bit foolhardy and made a push where some of them got wiped out. Going for the Super Conqueror again. Run. He pulls back just as I shoot, but I do get a direct hit on his front. I marked him as target again, encouraging people to shoot at him. Obviously, he's got rid of his stun. He pulls forward, marked him again as target. Tells the team how long I've got until my next shot. And another direct hit from one of my teammates, and the Conqueror is down. Now, looking to the south, there's that EBR. He made his way in. I'm trying to see if I can get a splash on him. Fire around in. Oh, it wasn't close enough. In fact, it was closer to my T54 lightweight who just took a hit. But the EBR 90 is down, and there's the UDES that hit him. Okay, up on the hill, They've lost their lurver, but we've got an E75 hiding near the house, so I'm marking him as next target. Anticipating he's going to go behind that house. Is he going back? Yes, he is. Lost sight of him temporarily. Got an E50M nearby. E75 is pulling back. Here we go. Rounds out. Oh, I stunned my own teammate there. But I did hit the E75. Got some stun on him. And he's gone. So it was worth the shot, even though I did stun my teammate. Okay. The thing is now, we're in a bit of a pickle. Because we have got light tanks to our south. So I'm going to relocate and move over. And what I'm going to do is relocate much further north. Or much further west, I should say. Because I'm actually on the north edge of the map. And it appears I'm actually carrying a telegraph pole with me. Doesn't want to let go. It's the American version of the log. Okay. Now, our guys down in the northeast corner have got some protection now because some tanks have moved into that corner to protect them from the enemy lights. We're 3 tanks up on the enemy now, so if we do spot them, we should be able to take advantage. It's not a conventional firing position for Arty, but actually going to the northwest corner. If you know it's free and clear, then you might as well go up there. Well, planting around in there just in case there was somebody in that corner. And that's a conventional firing position as well for some Arty. We've gone to counter battery mode. Now, the moment I mentioned that this got slightly unconventional, hasn't actually happened, but it will happen very shortly. Our team are gradually moving south, detecting where the enemy are. They've got 3 Arty, 2 mediums and a tank destroyer. Oh, there's one of them. He was in that spot. Rounds out. Well, I missed him, but I must have splashed him. More Arty rounds coming in. Okay, the Udes has been spotted. There he is. Getting a request for fire, but I'm still a few seconds away from shooting. And he's moving south as well. He's moving west as quickly as he can. Rounds out on him, and well, I splashed him. 161. Marked him as target to attract fire, and unfortunately, we've lost sight of him. Going back to that corner for counter battery. We'll have to see how much damage I did to the enemy Arty in counter battery at the end of the game. I'm pretty certain I did actually hit more than one of the enemy Arty during the counter battery phase. Oh, there's one of them. T92 has been spotted and wiped out fairly quickly. There's the M53. He's missing some hit points, so I think I may have hit him with one shot. Oh, 3 Arty shells came in simultaneously there. And now we've got that Udes returning. And he's about to have a go at our Scorpion. We can't see him. I can see that E50 and I'm getting a request for fire on him. So I'm going to focus all my attention because I'm not loaded yet. So I can't assist the Scorpion G until I'm loaded. Okay, I'm firing at the E50, assuming he's still there. Didn't get any damage. The Scorpion's running and he's been killed by the UDES 1516. And that means that there's 2 tanks, well, 1 tank destroyer and 1 medium tank in their enemy cap area, plus that E50 somewhere up on those heights. And you can see where my shell crater was. Okay, I'm loaded and I've keyed up one of the premium rounds for the next shot. Our E50M is nearby, but he hasn't found that E50 yet. Now this is awkward because we don't know where those enemy are and nobody seems to be bothering to scout. So into the rescue goes Scout Arty. Yep, I'm going to scout. Yep, we do that. Scout Arty is brave. It's like Scout Mouse. You know that the enemy's out there. You know that you're going to get fired at. And you know that you've got a very short view range. But what the hell. You might as well go looking for them and let your guys get some shots on the enemy. So Scout Arty, sorry, goes looking. And he's found someone! 467. And he's taken out the game by one of our M53 55s. So Scout Arty is brave. Or foolish. Choose which is applicable. And I'm off looking for some more enemy tanks. Come at me, you idiots. Oh, T-54 Lightweight's finally realised what his tank is actually for. Yes, you're a scout tank. You look for the enemy. Brave Scout Arty finds the last 2 enemy. Yes, and puts a round into the UDES. Premium rounds really do work. And we relocate. I know this sounds suicidal. I mean, after all, I've got a reload time of 33 seconds. But it actually was hilarious at the time I was doing it. I couldn't believe that they were letting me get away with it. Well, I'm going to join my T-54 Lightweight and E50M. After all, if they've got a high caliber weapon aimed at the enemy's more likely to shoot me than them, and they can get the kill. And yep, I'm going into the cap area. I'm going to cap. Capping Arty now. Well, we know where the enemy Arty is now. It's an M53 He's taking damage. Can I get a shot? Oh, I can, but he's dead before I can shoot. So, off to the cap we go. Yep, play your Arty like you stole it. This is hilarious. I love doing this. Okay, there's only 2 enemies out there. An E50 and he's near our cap, and they're UDES, but I'm capping and they're not. So they're going to have to come back. If they don't, I'm going to take them. Okay, I'm sitting in the cap behind the house. Be very, very, very quiet. I've got 1 premium round lined up just in case one of them comes back. And that's the hooter for the last minute. I don't think that E50 really realises the danger he's in. Losing to an Arty at the other end of the map. Well, they're both going after our Arty. They're really not concerned about what's actually going on. And I've been joined in the cap by the E50M because I suppose he doesn't really want the Arty to get an invader medal. I fire a round at the E50. And unfortunately we've lost our T28. And the T54 lightweight's joining us in the cap. And we're going to cap out. And that's it. It's all over. Scout Arty to the rescue. And they start capping. Oh, how sweet. Oh well, a few cap points. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, third class tanker. It wasn't a great game. Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 11. And a win 8 for the game was only 1559. I didn't get a huge amount of damage on the enemy, so it wasn't that great a battle, but it was funny. And that was what it was worth it for. If you look at the table, you can see I didn't do a lot of damage. Only 1,848 hit points. The high score in the game was, in actual fact, the E50 on the enemy team. He got 3681. The next high scorer was, in fact, our E50M. He got 3178, and then it's their UDES 1516. He got 3099. But, yeah, unfortunately, they lost the battle because they just let a Scout Arty get the better of them. And I didn't get any kills during that game at all, but I had a lot of fun. And when it came to base XP, well, 702, which is better than all the enemy team, and only 4th on the table. But it wasn't enough to win the competition, I'm afraid. Shots fired, 15, 3 direct hits, no penetrations, 13 splash. Damage of 1,848 hit points, of which 1,248 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the difference being those tanks I hit while I was scouting them. And I did damage 6 of the enemy, killed 0, 611 hit points of damage assistance, and 873 of spotting of stun assistance off 12 stuns. In fact, that's 611. That's spotting damage. That's spotting. I was spotting the enemy. 71 capture points. So yeah, not enough to get the invader medal. Bit of a pity there, but there you go. And on the premium count, I actually lost credits. Oh dear, 2,063 credits lost. Didn't get enough damage, I suppose. And when it came to XP, I earned 5,791. Yes, because I got a reward for mission and events. So, wasn't enough to get the competition, but it was certainly one of the funniest battles I had that day. And it just goes to show, if your team won't spot for you, go out to the rescue, Scout Arty, find the enemy and shoot them with a very high caliber weapon. That shocks the hell out of the enemy if an Arty's coming at them. So, yep, thanks for watching.